Athena Station, Medical Bay. Canal picked up a fallen table and looked through the items that had been tossed to the floor during the attack. Nothing of obvious value, just a couple of steel tools that were obviously no longer sterile. Canal sighed softly, looking at the empty room. Well, no one alive here. Maybe there's something of value in the cabinets. Canal was a lowly pirate, a member of a crew that had just hit Athena Station, and he was quietly glad that everyone on board seemed to have been killed pretty instantly by the assault. It had been performed with surgical precision. Interrupt the power supply, depressurize the station, and wait 20 minutes. No one could survive 20 minutes of vacuum like that, even those monstrous humans. If you attack and fail to kill a human right away, don't bother running. Just beg and pray they'll be merciful. Because if they have to hunt you, you'll already die tired. And don't try to kill them again, because if you don't get them in one try, they'll recover, and getting the drop on them once is all you're ever going to get. Canal glanced through the doorway at Manal, his cousin. Give it up, cuz. I'm not giving you a cut of my share. If you want loot, you'll have to find it yourself. Manal snorted. Well, if you want your loot in pills, that's up to you. I'm off to check private quarters for valuables. Canal shook his head, and opened a large cabinet that might contain some valuable drugs, and faced a tall human with a full beard, and a bundle in his arms, and both itself and the bundle were wearing masks connected to a gas canister, and the human was holding a very large handgun. The human looked at Canal, and Canal swallowed hard. Oh crap, I don't want to die. Canal slowly closed the door again, and he could feel the burning hate from the other side of the metal door, even as he backpedaled out of the medbay. Manal stared at him. What in the afterworld did you find? Ghosts? Canal stammered. No. Hazmat cabinet. Broken canisters. Lots of stuff. I breathed. I need decontamination. New filters. I don't know what a human med lab I keep in stock. Manal just cackled gleefully as Canal stumbled back towards the breach and into their little two-person raider. Canal splashed some water on his face, then looked in the mirror. He let me live. For now, I can get away. He took a moment to calm down. We've got some 2,000 creds on board. The ship is worth maybe 20 more. A thunderous noise from the station made Canal tremble even more, and then he closed the hatch and disengaged, just leaving the station. Forgive me, Manal, but I'd rather be alive than rich. 20 years later, on the planet Bulgar Lane. Guide Cornell hung up his vestments after the sermon, feeling quite pleased with his delivery, and sat down to do the paperwork after the service. Attendees, collections, and so on. The soothing minutiae of honest work. As he closed the ledger, there was a soft knock on the door. Cornell opened it and froze, staring into the same pair of eyes that had haunted his dreams for 2 decades. Padre, I've been looking for you for some time. Canal swallowed, then nodded. Please, come in. Can I get you a glass of water? I do have a locally grown herbal infusion, great for soothing upset nerves. I believe I shall have a cup myself, actually. The tall human stepped inside the room, smiling under the beard. I'm good, thanks, but don't let me keep you from a cuppa. Took me a while to track you down here. You did a good job after you changed your mind about piracy. Canal nodded. My third raid. Third time we hit a human target. The previous ones, we didn't murder anyone. Other species can be persuaded to surrender. I didn't kill anyone, though. I just came in afterwards to loot. Please don't kill me. The man smirked, reaching into his pocket and fishing out a tiny object. Canal felt his vision narrowing, noticing how tiny the object looked in those hands. Each hand could easily wrap around Canal's neck and snap it like a twig. Nah, Padre. If you said that 10 years ago, I might have been of a different mind, but now... See, I got this little dilemma on my hands that you could help me with. See, my little girl, remember that little bundle you saw? Had to adopt her after fighting my way out. My little girl wants to get married, and her spouse-to-be is a sort of different issue. A lot of churches and temples just won't do it, and a few, like yours, leave it up to the individual preacher whether they'll perform the wedding. Canal nodded. Same sex, different species, that sort of thing? The man nodded, extending the hand with the little item. That sort of thing. I understand there's a standard 50 credit fee for a wedding, if the preacher's willing. Seeing his daughter happily wed can go a long way in tempering a man's wrath. Know what I mean? Canal looked at those eyes again. The rage was, perhaps not gone, but controlled, subdued. He looked down at the open hand and picked up the little cred stick, then put it back. I once said I'd rather be alive than rich. Consider that a wedding present for me. Just say when.